welcome. Another edition of What the Fuck Happenings YouTube Atheist Community and Tiny Chat Fun and such. Yeah, so anyway, last night actually wasn't bad. I was actually awake and in a fairly good mood. And, today it's just been a disaster. But I knew that was going to happen, right? It usually works that way. So, yeah, what to say? Sub-DNA guy early. He had microphone troubles and all this other stuff. Well, anyway, I ended up, technology issues, whatever. So half the MP3 got lost. So there's only the second half. So if somebody has a copy of the first half, we post a link or upload or whatever. But, whatever. I don't know if it really matters. Yeah, I just happen to be in a good mood, so I guess for that reason it might be worth something. So anyway, then there was this chick, hodgepodge, hokey pokey, I don't remember, some kind of silly name. But anyway, Australian, and there was some other woman, young woman, something like that. Yeah, interesting. But anyway, it was an interesting conversation anyway, so she was interesting, and it worked out okay, and it's just all quite pleasant, actually, mostly. So yeah, that was good. Subjects, yeah, well, sort of the same old stuff comes up. I was going to talk about the right to die because that's going to be the next Vlogger Dome, and I got to start working on that. And but I didn't do too much of that. But yeah, it was all right. So, I guess the news is the second to third edition of Vlogger Dome has been posted. So link below to that or something. Yeah, people haven't really, I guess it's a matter of taste. Whatever. It's my kind of television, but it's obviously not the common person's television. So got to work on it, do better, I suppose. I think Old Fan's done great. Should put in some little creative bits, you want to call them, or whatever, but really interesting, I thought. But whatever. So you make it, and something will happen or it won't. Yeah, so, not much news. I mean, I just figured I might as well mention it. Fake Sagan had made a video, I guess, last week. But, on that Smooth Terrorist channel, so if somebody has the link to that and they want to post it in the comments, that'd be fine. But yeah, it was just a who cares kind of video. He's still doing his terrorist thing, and Smooth Terrorist, and, and it was just a who cares kind of subject, like the people from Gamergate or something should become some sort of radical anarchists or something and join him in his gun nuttery club or something. So it was just all kind of, whatever. This shit doesn't go anywhere. The anarchists. But anyway, and then, yeah, there was that girl, I've Got a Theory, who, I think is, she's way too pop culture for my taste, but, she's cute and she does stuff and blah, blah, blah. It's just kind of surprising how, as pop culture compatible, she seems to me. That, yeah, she just hasn't, she doesn't, people don't like her or something. I don't know. I don't get it exactly. So it's, I've got a theory. Gotta. But anyway, yeah, just, it seems like one of those kind of people that, it should work out for. Seems that way. So what else? Yeah, well, she posted another video. It's entertaining enough. Nothing, it was sort of irrelevant to this community, I suppose. But anyway, but this community is irrelevant. So yeah, there's not. I'm still doing the physics thing, and that's occupying, some portion of my mind. And it's just that, I got a lot of stuff in the real world here I got to take care of, and, a lot of just, not, well, whatever. I just, ugh. Yeah, stuff I just don't want to deal with. Anyway, and yeah, so yeah, I guess that I was in, I was in a good mood yesterday, but I just ignored everything, and then today I had to think about things, and so I guess that's why it just turned into a depressing day. But anyway, that's I'm just griping. Um, yeah, little nuisance stuff too. Yeah, no point in going there. Yeah, so sorry. So the rest of it is just yeah, I made a couple of holiday videos, and a couple of them got wrecked because the new camera I was using is not too reliable. So I have to come up with a new plan. This different camera, so we'll see how this one works out. Um, Might be the new walk and talk camera. I don't know. But anyway, see how the sound does. Yeah, no band-aid. Anyway, there's not too much wind in here though, so it should be okay. Um, so yeah, I'll say some more, I guess, on that the subject of value. I just have to, everything needs to be written in a diagram, I suppose, and just kind of spell it out in block letters and figure out how people can miss the obvious. Um, but they certainly do. And then why people would think these, like I said, these people who think, there's so much. I'll read some comments, and well, not in this video, but in another video, I'll do a response video of some of the comments. But they often say things like this, like imposing your truth or something. I'm not really imposing it in the first place. I'm just arguing in defense of it. But I'm certainly arguing in defense of a truth. I'm not arguing in defense of a fable or a fantasy or a story I make up. So I'm just saying, if the first concession you're not willing to make in a philosophy discussion is you're attempting to describe reality, then what's the point? Like in physics, you wouldn't sit there and start with the presumption that the truth isn't one thing. I mean, either string theory is true or false. Either this theory is true or false. You wouldn't have this notion that, oh yeah, that can be true, and this conflicting theory can also be true, and this other theory can also be, that just doesn't make any sense. So you're arguing for a truth, and you certainly wouldn't say, I have a theory about the non-reality. I mean, I have something I made up that I'd like to share with you. Why would I? Why might I waste my time listening to your stories, your fables, your made up shit? So if you're not trying to describe reality, then what's the point? And so if you're going to say there is no reality to value, there is no real value, that it's all just something you make up, well, then I don't think there's any starting point there, because I really don't care what your values are then. If you're just making them up, why would I care? I don't know how people can think I could care. But anyway, why would I be interested in somebody's fables about value? Oh, anyway. Yeah. And otherwise, yeah, there's no point in dragging things out, so I'll spare you any further blah blah-ing, and to get to something else subject-wise, and yeah, go about my business. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's just pretty much the value conversation and physics right now, and then it's going to migrate to the right to die, and we'll see if anybody else does anything. But yeah, I can't really comment on anybody else. Nobody makes videos that are at all coherent, so there's not much to say, right? There's no interesting videos to watch. It really is a horrible time on YouTube in terms of watching videos. But I mean, the good news is it does force me to say, well, there's nothing to watch, so then I go out and I'll go listen to some more physics lectures, which are just, some of them are just so tedious and hard to listen to, but at least it has some sort of edifying value, potentially. Okay, enough. Yeah, I said that before. Okay, so thank you to the people who show up in the room. Next week probably will be Google Plus, so just let you know ahead of time. and but people still can't get into the tiny chat thing. And yeah, so that's enough. So till it be the next time.